now, and that is, the company's name is Cloud7Works, represented by Madhu Vadapaloosu. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Madhu is the CEO of Cloud7Works, and he's really an expert in cloud technology. He's got multiple certifications, not only in AWS, he's an expert in that at the highest level, Azure, Google, but he also focuses on different emerging technologies, works in support of a lot of federal agencies, and I know he's exploring different topics within those agencies, one of them being blockchain.
Excellent. All right. Okay, Madhu, on your marks, get set, go.
Thank you, Dave and Barbara, for the opportunity. So today I want to start the pitch with an example, a real-world example. So almost 30 million people in US move from one place to another place. When they move, they need to change the address. So you go to USPS and request for change of address, right? But that doesn't update the IRS nor the DMV, right? Your license doesn't change, right? So you have to go to dmv.gov and irs.gov and change the DMV and the IRS to update your license and your tax information. So in this simple example, as you see, there are 3 different agencies which have your distinct data about you, like DMV has your license, your image, whether you're an organ donor, what address you have, and same with tax records, and with IRS, you have tax records, right? So each agency has its own information. But what if there is a way to get the data together and provide the services to the citizen? And that is the problem we want to solve. That is the solution we want to provide. So what we want to propose is, we want to provide a decentralized blockchain solution for the federal sector, where different agencies can bring together the citizen data and provide a single source of truth so that you can share the data and securely store the data in the government space between federal agencies. We are only talking between federal agencies, not outside. So that would benefit the government and not only the citizens heavily. Let me give an example. I mean, in the same scenario that I gave, when you go to DMV and request for address change, if there is a decentralized blockchain where different agencies are storing the data, then if you update in DMV, it gets updated to IRS, it gets updated to the other agencies, right? Similar, if you take a similar example, right? USCIS and DMV. Let's say you want a new driver's license. What do? You go to the DMV, stand in line for 2 hours, and then you take your citizenship information, your address proof, all these things. If you think all this information already exists with the government in different agencies. USCIS has your information on whether you're a citizen, your green card, or your work visa, right? So USCIS can talk to DMV and can provide the information real time. That's what blockchain offers. And with this kind of solution, different agencies can interoperate. They can share the data, and they can create new services on top of blockchain to provide more service to the citizens, right? And think about it. You don't need to have 10 different username passwords, right? Like if you want to know Social Security benefits, you need to go to ssa.gov. If you want to get IRS records, you need to go to irs.gov. So you have these 10 different agencies. You need to have username passwords for each of these agencies, right? But think about the future, the innovation, where the user doesn't need to do that. He just needs to go online and say, I want to renew my license. I want to renew my passport. I want to secure my data. You can do these kind of things with the blockchain. And that's what we are working on right now, to create a distributed, decentralized, fault-tolerant, highly immutable blockchain for the government. And this is in the initial stage right now. We are using Hyperledger Indy project to execute this. And in the Indy project, it's a private sector project run by Sovereign, Blockstack, and Token Network. So what they are doing is they are coming up with self-sovereign ID, where you own the data, and you have the private key, you own the data. And what they want to do is that users need to sign up to it, and they need to push their data into their network, actually. But in our solution, the government is already having the data of 350 million citizens, right? So the use case is if you take 2 different agencies, right? If they can share the data, put it in a blockchain, and that data can be useful for other agencies and also to the citizens. So that's how we are approaching, and that's how we differentiate compared to the private sector where they are doing self-sovereign ID. There is a big movement going on in the private sector on self-sovereign ID and distributed identifiers, decentralized identifiers.
30 seconds.
So finally, what I want to say is this: we are in an age where where Elon is planning to take us to Mars, and also we are driving cars with artificial intelligence, right? But why do you need to stand in lines to renew your license or get your passport renewed, right? Governments can work together, agencies can work together using federal blockchain solution to provide those means to the citizens, whereby they don't need to do all these things that we are doing currently.
5 minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you.